What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zano today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. It's been a while since I've talked about Zano, but I was just looking at it earlier, and man, this is a massive move, absolutely massive that you had over the past couple of weeks here. Just steady, very, very steady, up to 110% here. You're consolidating now, slowing down a little bit. I think that this is a really interesting project, you guys, and I think that it has a lot of room to grow. And not only that, I think it has longevity as well. I think that it will be here over the cycles to come. You've got $138 million market cap. Not a lot of volume over the past 24 hours, but to be fair, you haven't really moved a lot over the past 24 hours, so I'm not too worried about that at all. Likely what you're doing here is you're getting ready to consolidate. You'll probably pull back a little bit. Not saying that it has to happen, but pulling back to this area of resistance is a very possible outcome down to 725, right? If we take a relative low to a relative high here, that is right there at your 0.5. A lot of cryptos have found support and resistance at their 0.5s recently. High to low here, resistance at the 0.5, the 0.5 right there, just showing a quick example. Just, I was taking a shot in the dark and hey, it worked out. Um, I don't think that's a 0.5 retracement there. But anyways, all I'm trying to say is it wouldn't be crazy. It wouldn't be crazy to drop back to 720. You're at $10 now. I do expect that you pull back to some degree, but I'm not necessarily expecting you drop to 725, $7.20. I don't think you do. I accept it as a possibility, and it would make a lot of sense. It would make a lot of sense to pull back to prior resistance, prior support, relative 0.5, which you seem to be respecting at times. It would make a lot of sense. But I don't think you have to do that, right? Beyond everything, you're overbought. You've been overbought for the past few days, for like a week now. It's probably time to cool off a little bit. And with that, consolidation is normally the best medicine for cooling off, right? I'm not saying you have to drop, right? Here you moved up and you consolidated, right? You just moved sideways, essentially, a little volatile here and there, and you cooled way the hell off. You went down to your 50, and that cooled you off, ready to move to the next step. I think you need something like that, right? And maybe it takes a couple weeks like this. Maybe it just takes a few more days. Who knows? It depends on how it looks. I do believe that Zano, like most cryptos, will continue to run going into May and June. And I think Zano will see new all-time highs by the end of June. Absolutely it will. This thing is Zano, however you pronounce it, man, it's bullish as hell. I think that it's a really interesting project. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but if you're thinking about investing in any project, you should do your own research. Um, as far as like the purpose of why cryptocurrency was made as peer-to-peer cash and stuff like that, right? This is a pretty interesting project. I think that you should read the white paper and the website. Isn't is Zano? It's been a while since I've looked into it. Is Zano a privacy coin? Is Zano? I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Which is valuable, guys. Privacy is, yes, it is. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, yeah. I just wanted to be sure before I was saying anything. Hey, if anybody wants to read this too, if you want to read Drock's footnotes, little sales pitch here, it's a good one, man. It's a really good one. I think it has. I think that this one has longevity. It's made by smart people. And I think that it's here to stay, and we'll see. Time will tell, but inevitably here being worth about $137 million, you have a lot of potential. Okay, when I'm talking about something that has longevity, something that could be around for multiple cycles, we're like tens of billions of dollars in market cap valuation. That's a possibility. $100 billion in market cap valuation, if it catches on, if it does remain viable, if it does have longevity in it, that's $100 billion is an inevitability. If this thing does meet its mission statement, essentially, if it does gain popularity and if it does see use case and all that kind of stuff, if it becomes one of those hype coins that everybody knows about, right? And right here, being at 137 million, it definitely has a lot of room to grow. That's the main kind of aspect I'm offering here. I mean, at 137 million dollars, not that this is easy to do, but a 100x from here would put you at 13.7 billion dollars in market cap valuation. And again, 13.7, that's not billion, that's not a small number, but that's not asking the world. I'm not saying that this thing's going to do 100x and it's already at a $5 billion market cap, right? I'm not. Some people say that they don't look at the market caps. They don't make sense out of it logically. This thing genuinely has multi 100x potential by the end of this cycle. I'll probably put this video in my treasure hunt playlist. If you're not aware of my treasure hunt playlist, I have a playlist here called Treasure Hunt. These are coins that I think are multi-100xable, and I put them in there just whenever I feel like it. Right? There's sometimes I take them out if I think that they're trash. There's a couple coins that I took out of there that became trash, but most of the time we're just adding to it. There's some coins that I really like that I think are multi-100xable that I haven't put in here just because I'm lazy. But anyways, if I forget Zano, I'm sorry. I'm a forgetful person. But from a low to a high, Low to high, getting to work here. Found support at the 0.5. Telling you, it likes the 0.5, man. You get above $10.71. If you can get above $10.71 on a closing basis, whether it's a weekly or a daily time frame, that will validate the notion that you are, in fact, ready to see new highs. Let's talk about that. Where are you going to go? Okay. High to low here. High to low here, getting above the 0.5 here. You're not finding resistance this time at the 0.5. High to low, minimum target. You're at $10 now. The minimum target would be 26 bucks, but I don't think you stop there, man. I think we should be looking at the golden ratio or maybe even beyond that, right? Let's see here. Hold on. What'd you do last time? What'd you do here? You're just moving up in a straight line, guys. Crazy stuff. High to low, all the way up to your 2272. Yeah, almost to your 2618. Beautiful. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Not so crazy, but crazy. High to low, I think that you will. I think a good minimum because we don't know everything about like the future with this thing, right? We don't know everything. It's possible that it doesn't perform as well as I'm thinking it does, but I genuinely, man, I feel like I'm not giving it an honest shake if I'm saying that you're going to stop at 31 bucks. So I'm going to say 40 bucks is the minimum target by the end of June. I think you will see a $40 target by the end of June at a minimum. Okay. If you were to perform on par with what you saw last time from your high to low here and go all the way up to your 2272 to your 2618, that could put you at about $100. It's very common with the 2272 to go just above that, right? So whenever I say $100, I really do mean that. Maybe you stop at 100, maybe stop just above there. Perhaps you go all the way up to the 2618 here and you see a 14x overall. 14x potential, 10x potential. I think that something like that is where you'll be by the end of June. This is ultimately this area ultimately is where I think this next endeavor is going to take you. And if it's not June that you get there, you could press on in July, man. This thing has no problem moving up while the rest of the market is figuring itself out. You guys remember, right? The average cryptocurrency was moving down up until this time in August. This thing was already moving up since back in May. It can move up while the rest of the markets move down. It can do its own thing. It's kind of in a sector of its own in a certain degree. But it is a crypto. Everything's been consolidating since January 20th, right? Even Zano here, it is a crypto. And the main thing that I want to say here is that I think that if the average coin's about to move up, which I think we're assuming it will, the average crypto is about to see some higher prices. This will probably catch wind with that. And if it can move up without the average crypto moving up, but it moves up better with them moving up altogether, it would make a lot of sense to me that we do see something around $100 to $150. If not, maybe even higher, guys. I might not be bullish enough, but this thing I think really is a diamond in the rough. I don't think that we talk about it enough. I mean, hell, man, when was the last time that I talked about it? It's been too damn long. Zano. December 9th, yeah. We need to talk about this thing more often because I genuinely think that it has a lot of potential. I think it's going to grow a lot from here. And I honestly don't feel like I'm even giving it an honest shake at $40. But that's the reason why I say $40 is that's what I expect the average coin to do is about a 3x or 4x move. So that lines up there. Really, I think $57 to $150 is a more appropriate target area, and I'm feeling the most confident about this $100 to $150 area specifically. So ultimately, that's where I think you're going. That's the path ahead of you. And then, of course, I guess it's not even ultimately. By the end of the cycle, it wouldn't surprise me, man, if this thing was worth $1,000 or more. It really wouldn't surprise me at all. You could be worth multiple thousands of dollars. You're only worth $10 now. You could be worth multiple thousands of dollars, and that wouldn't even get you like I don't even think that gives you a $30 billion market cap. Yeah. Yeah. You could be worth $2,000 in price and not even be at a $30 billion market cap, which that's not given just because a $20 billion market cap is attainable and a lot of cryptos can see those kind of market caps. Doesn't mean that it will, but I'm just saying this thing. When I say it has multi-hundred x potential, whenever I say it could be worth multiple thousands of dollars by the end of the cycle, I really do mean that. And I think this is a sleeper. I think a lot of people, whenever you're looking for, if you're the type of person that you're looking for solid projects that most people don't talk about that are not on a lot of exchanges yet, and it has a lot of growth to go. This is a perfect example of that. I think that it's going to do well. I've got nothing else for you guys. I'm done buttering the bread here. Weekly RSI, one last thing I'll say is that the weekly RSI here is near this low point in the RSI here where you bounced from before and you had a massive onslaught for months, man, for like basically a whole 6 months in a row. So, yeah, you got a lot of growth to go. I don't think that it stops here. I think it's just beginning. I got nothing else for you. Oh, and then by the way, of course, going back to the beginning of the video, do not be surprised. We're at $10.20 now. Okay, don't be surprised if we see a little pullback to like $8, $7.57 itself. Maybe you only pull back to $9, something like that. But a little bit of a pullback shouldn't scare you. I think you'll begin moving up again after your RSI has cooled off. Well, maybe not that much. I didn't mean to draw it like that. Sorry. Technical glitches here. Something that's cooled off, right? Whether it's to the 50, it's to the 60, it's to the overbought zone itself, whatever. Cool off a little bit, and then you'll begin to run. You can just move sideways like this, give your RSI a chance to cool off over the coming days, over the coming weeks, and then you'll begin to run, okay? Take care. I've got nothing else. Hit the like button, subscribe. Bye-bye.